Hello everyone, today I will show you how to use Packmind to capture your engineering playbook and share it with your AI coding agent like Copilot, Claude or Cursor. The first thing to know is that Packmind is open source and free, so you can use it for free. You just need to go into the Packmind GitHub repository, then look for the Getting Started section, and you can either use the cloud version or the self-hosted version. So here I have two options, either to quick start without an account or to create an account directly. I will choose this one without an account, and then I will choose GitHub Copilot and click on continue. The first step is to install the Packmind MCP server within my IDE. So I click on VS Code, I install it in my workspace. So right now the Packmind MCP server is connected to Packmind directly from my IDE. Then the first thing to do is to launch the Packmind onboarding process. So I just need to click this prompt and paste it to GitHub Copilot. So now I'm prompted a few questions. Either I want to create some standard or command directly from my current code base, from my last 30 commits, from my documentation, from any AI instruction that I already have, like agent MD file, Claude MD file, or Copilot instruction, etc., or from everything from the web. So here I will just insert one. I want Packmind to analyze my code base and to see what kind of standard I can create for my project. So based on my actual code base, I see that I'm using TypeScript, Nest.js, React, NX, and domain-driven design, etc. So I can choose what kind of standard I want to create. So I will create standard about React frontend with Chakra UI. So I will insert 3, and I will also create some things about domain-driven design. So 9. So here I can see that Copilot is trying to create some first standard with Packmind directly. So each time it's looking if there is not already a standard with this name or a standard opposite to the one he is trying to create. So here he asked me to validate if everything here is okay, or if I need to make some adjustment. I will say, okay, yes, it's okay. So now that this standard has been created, Packmind will try to create what we call the package, or a package regroup some standard command and skills together, and then a standard can be deployed to one or multiple repositories and can be then used by AI agents. So that's it. Right now, my instructions are stored in the GitHub instruction folder. So I have this standard right now about the React Chakra UI component pattern. And right now, the second standard about the domain-driven design has also been created. In Packmind, we have 3 different concepts: the standard, the commands, and the skills. So if I want to create a command, I can also do it with the MCP. So for example, here, I have this React file with a lot of different things, and I want Copilot to extract some component to handle the status. So I can ask GitHub Copilot to extract the status item in a PM status section. So now that this has been done, I can ask Copilot to create a command into Packmind. So I ask it directly to create a command in Packmind for this kind of refactoring. So then, as for the standard, it will list the command to see if there is no an existing command related to this one, and it will create the command with the workflow. So it can ask me question if it's not clear, or it can just create the command itself. So he named it extract reusable React component. So I'm okay with it, and with the content also, so I can just insert yes. So now this command has been created, and it's already within my repository within the GitHub/prompt folder. So here I can see the command. So there is some different steps. The step 1 is to identify the repeated pattern. The step 2 is to design the component, etc. So this command came with a list of different steps with code example based on the first modification that has been done. So now it's only working with Copilot because I selected only Copilot at the start, but with Packmind I can also select Claude or Cursor, etc. And those commands will be generated through the form of commands for Cursor or Claude, or custom prompt for Copilot. So Packmind will handle this generation of specific artifacts for the different tools. So I can just use the slash to use the extract reusable component from duplication directly here. So it will follow the different steps and extract a specific component. And I can be more specific about what I want, obviously, to extract. So now that I created a different set of standard and commands, I can now create my account to be able to share them with different teams in my company or install it with multiple repositories. So I just click on create my account. I will create my organization. So I call my organization onboarding demo. And now I can see that within my playbook, I have those two standards, React Chakra UI and the other one. So for each standard, I have a description for the standard and a set of different rules. So each rule came with a positive example and a negative example coming directly from my code. I have also the commands, extract reusable React component from duplication, here with a different step, etc. And I also have the skills that I will show you later. So here I have my default package. I can create a new one. I can call it, for example, frontend, and select only the frontend standard. I will also select this command, create this package. And with this package right now, I can distribute it to multiple repositories if I connect directly Packmind with GitHub or GitLab, or I can use the MCP to install this package. So if I go into another repository or another team is also using Packmind, I can just ask Copilot to install the frontend package. I can also ask Copilot or Cursor or Claude to look through every packages and select only the one relevant for the current repository. So if I have packages about Java, about security, about front-end, back-end, domain-driven design, Copilot is able to choose the one related to the current repository. So now I can see that there is one standard and one command that has been added directly in my GitHub instruction and prompt folder that I can use now within this repository. The last thing is that with Packmind, you are also able to import every skills you already have. Skills are related to Claude Code, but since December, it's also available in Cursor or GitHub Copilot, and now from Anti-Gravity also. So in the skills, you will have your different skills. So here, for example, I have a skills about creating a GitHub issue or to use React Clean Architecture. So in the skill, we have the skill MD file with all the description of the direct skills. And in the reference folder, I have also other files. So here, for example, I have a code review checklist and some file templates. So with Packmind, I can also add the skills into a package, for example, the front-end package. So in the package, I will have the standard, the command, and the skills. And those packages will be available for all the team who want to use them directly in their repository. So as you can see, it's pretty easy with the MCP server of Packmind to create those standard command and skills, and then to use those directly into multiple repositories. And also in the rendery section here, I can select what kind of agent I'm using. So if I'm using Copilot, Claude, Continue, Cursor, etc., Packmind will handle the generation of the Markdown file or the skills file directly to those agents. Packmind is open source and free, so you can use it right now with one-click install. And as I mentioned, it's available in the cloud, but also in the self-hosted version. So if you are using Docker, you can use it internally directly. Use it right now to create your engineering playbook and share it with AI coding agent.